So today, I don't know if you saw the email. I usually send out my email the night before, but I sent it out this morning. So if you didn't see it, first of all, if you're not on the email list, you can easily get on our email list just for CJ's FitnesSing by going to, and I think our producer can stick the link there for you in the chat. You can put your contact information there, and then I can keep in touch with you during the week. Welcome, Robin. Great to see you today. So I sent an email and I said, hey, today we are going to sing Ease On Down the Road, thus my 70s glasses and my hoops. So I am so ready. Let me tell you, The Wiz is, I think it's hands down my favorite, most favorite movie play ever. And why? Not just because they had like the crazy celebrities of the day in it, but the music was phenomenal. And you know, I was looking at just a clip of it with my child, with my third grader today. And she said, but mommy, that was like back in the 1970s. Like, you were alive then? She said, but that was back in the 1970s. And it looks like it's like more from the 2000s. And I was, it's like, well, they, did a little HD, thing with it. But still, even if you look at the cinematography, the set, and all of that of The Wiz, it's still quite fantastic. So if you have not seen The Wiz, I encourage you to find it on, I'm sure Hulu or somebody has it. Hopefully it's not on YouTube for free, but I hope that you can get a chance to see it. Just so much good music. And it's the story of the Wizard of Oz retold through an African-American lens. And this song, Ease On Down the Road, is just so much fun. I hope that you find yourself giggling and like teetering and tottering while we sing it. All right, Val says, you saw it with Stephanie Mills when you were a teenager. Wow. I can't imagine what that was like. It must have been electrifying, and you probably walked out like on cloud 900. That's so awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Val. Let's see, Helen has joined us. Susan, Joanne, Phyllis, thank you for being here today. So because we are doing something with The Wiz, I have a few choreographed moves that I want to first start with. So we just kind of get familiar with some of the moves. Then we'll go sing, and then we'll come back to the moves, and we're going to actually put it to the song. And hopefully we'll be able to sing and dance at the same time by the end. All right, so I'm talking to my Facebook friends right now. I am about to start the class officially with our workout a little bit, and we're going to do some singing. So if you want to join us, please do, but you have to join us through the MarshStream. So click on that link, and then you can join us right here live in class, and you can ask questions. You can even sing by yourself if you want to be heard. Right, so this is a great spot for us all. All right, thank you, and I'm trying to find my window so I can get off of Facebook Live. Oh my goodness, heaven help me. Here we are. Okay, I will see you all later. I hope to see you in the Zoom room. All right, thank you everybody for your patience with that Facebook thing. All right, so our first move that we're going to learn. Now, some of this is going to seem similar to what we've done before, like just regular everyday stuff that we do. So this first one is a skipping motion. But it's not just like, it's just not like regular skipping. You got to put a lot of energy into it and just kind of be silly with it. Like, this is a day where I want you to just let your body go. So our skip is going to look like, I might tilt it down just a tad bit. Here we go. All right, so our skip is going to look with the body like this, like, oh my goodness, oh, we're so silly, right? Okay, very silly skipping. I love it, Lisa, right? And we'll skip to the beat. So that's our first move. And then we can also take that skip, we can move around with it, we can travel in both directions. We can do it standing still. Then if you remember the day that we did jazz, we did scissor kicks. Let's see, 12, okay, good. Scissor kicks, so scissor kicks are feet again here. So my feet go, my weight right now starts on this is my left foot. So I'm gonna go bum, bum. So it's a step cross, open, put the weight on this foot, boom. All right, now I'm gonna lead with this foot. Step cross, open, and boom. All right, so let's try that slowly. Step, cross, open, and then you can do like ta-da, right? And then again, step, cross, open, boom. Now, if we take that in time, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, step, cross, ba-boom, step, cross, ba-boom, step, cross, ba-boom, step, cross. All right, get really comfortable with this. All right, that's our scissor kick. Very good. Next is a jazz step. It's called pas de bourrée. Pas de bourrée, we can do with arms like this. So kind of like, you know, what is this? Soldier hands, right? So soldier arms out, feet go like this. It's almost like an opposite move of what we just did. So this time I'm going to take this foot. I'm crossing behind. Boom. Then I open and I go lunge. Okay? Let's try that again. Same leg. So my right foot is going behind my left foot. I open up and then I lunge. All right, so bum, bum, bah. Then can we transfer to the other side? Back, open, lunge. And you open up wide. Open up that heart. Boom, boom, bah. Boom, boom, bah. Oh, you're looking good. You're looking good. All right, so let's see if we can do it in rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and boom, boom, bah. Boom, boom, bah. Boom, boom, bah. Boom, boom, bah. That's it. Very good. So that's your pas de bourrée. So when we do our pas de bourrée combination, we're going to do 3 pas de bourrées with 1 ball change. Ball change just means boom, boom. All right, so here we go. Leading with my right, probably your left. All right, so behind the leg, boom, open, this, that's 1. Do another one to the other side. 2, then 3, then watch. Ball change. So ball change is just like I pick this foot up and put that foot down. Pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. Then that lets me start the next pas de bourrée on this side. Here we go. And pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, ball change. All right, so let's put those together. So we have 3 pas de bourrées we start on the right or your left, and then we do our ball change, and then we begin the next set on the opposite side. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna really let you see my feet. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, and pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, ball change. Pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, ball change. And then we can move into other movements with that. So those are the ones. The last one I should teach you. Okay, so the last one I'm teaching you is, I don't know what to call this, but we're gonna take our foot, we're making a crescent. I'll show you the shoulder movements in a minute. But if you just take your foot, where we put the weight on your left, my right. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're making a crescent. Then take the other foot and finish the crescent. 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's do that again. So starting with my left, your right, we're gonna start, it's like we're making a crescent, like a semicircle this way, but we do half of it with this foot, and then the other half with this foot. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. You don't have to point your toes or anything. You just do however you want. Now, with our shoulders, while we're doing this, we're 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, make it funky. All right, let's do that again. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's it. All right, getting those shoulders loosened up. We will do that to the rhythm when we get to it. All right, let's see who we have to greet today. There are more people who have jumped on. Let's see, I think I saw Deborah Phyllis. Yes, Cynthia, I see you. Welcome. Jane. Oh, wow, very cool. We have a I don't know how to say this, so G-O-K-H-A-L-E, method teacher. I'm very interested to know what that method is all about. Welcome, Robin, welcome, Isabel, welcome. All right, Vicky, I don't know if I greeted you, but if I didn't, thank you for being here. Lydia, I see you. Rena, I see you. Thank you for being here. All right, let's get to the voice. All right. Ha, 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 ha. All right, that's all we're doing. Keep it simple, keep it light. 1, 2, ready, and ha, 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 ha. Your breathing. So the singing, that's really easy, right? We're not doing a lot of strenuous stuff with the voice, but we can think about our breathing. We don't want to wait till the last minute to breathe. So we don't want to be like sitting on our breath and then all of a sudden like, now I have to sing. No, we want to breathe in plenty time. So if it's the rhythm is like this, 1, 2, 3, I would take all of beat 4 to get a nice slow breath in. Ha, 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 right? So think about that. And make sure that you don't find yourself ever holding your breath when we are singing. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, and ha, 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 ha. Think about your breath. Breathe. Ha, 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 ha. Breathe. Ha, 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 ha. Breathe and breathe. Too low, just bounce on up the octave higher so that you're not stressing or straining the voice. Very good. Now let's come back here. I feel like I need to move my keyboard or something in the corner. There, here we go. Ha, 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 ha. Breathe. Ha, 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 ha. Think about that soft palate when you breathe. So that is our 5. We're just moving 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back down. That's very simple. Right now, we're going to take that same space and we're going to noodle around. We're going to do a sinuous movement starting where we just left off. Here, or if you need to sing, so I'm here, you need to sing the octave lower, that's fine. So, I want you to feel like you're almost like you're crying. Right? This is going to give you lots of resonance. Your voice is going to start to like sing so resonantly, with so much resonance that somebody in the next room over could hear you almost like you were in the room, right? It's going to really allow your voice to project. All right, so projection without a lot of stress, without muscling the voice and going, now you sing loud. No, we're not going to do that. Okay. so the melody goes like this. All right, here we go. So depending on your voice type, you will find that as you start to move down, your voice is going to transition. For some of us, we're already starting to transition. Some of us, it's going to be a little bit later. But as you transition, let it happen very easily if you can, and so we've talked about this, the different planes of sound. So we can have the breath spin in the back of the mouth. We can have it come more forward, and we can really concentrate it here. So as we start to go out of middle voice into that chest area, into more of your speaking area and your lower range, I want you to see if you can allow the breath to spin more in the front to help make that transition more smooth. All right. All right, here we go. Still. Welcome, June. Two more. I'm going to move up, but you stay down if you want to. All right, so I love the way it feels when we get into that space. That as long as it doesn't have the tension of true crying, right? And then the throat starts to tighten up, Kia, right? So we don't want that tension, but we do want that sense of placement. It just naturally happens. Right there. Okay, so that's your crying sound that can give you much resonance for projection. So if you want to help make your voice project better or more, then that's what you can use that to your advantage. Now let's span more than a fifth. Let's take an octave. Actually, let's do 5 and 9. So lots of notes. Up 5, back down. Up 9, back down. And then we do a little at the end with an octave leap. All right. Let's do so ooh, oh, and then ah at the very end. Ooh, oh, ah. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and So watch, I want to show you something that just happened to me. So I'm thinking, oh, it's probably a good time to remind you of what I'm reminding myself of. So when we're moving fast, this is called coloratura or fioratura, or melismas. We're singing melismatically, or you can just say runs, right? Depending on if you're singing, if you're talking about it more from a pop perspective, we call it runs or riffs. And then if we're coming from more of a classical place, we say all those other Italian words. All right, so when we do this, for some of us, you may find that as you come down, the voice kind of wants to slip. So I noticed probably pitch number 6 or so for me started to fall flat, and then I had to like catch myself in tune. It just kind of wanted to smear. So if you find yourself kind of smearing, feel free to take it a little bit slower, and I'll even slow it down just a tad bit. But feel free to take it slow enough that you can sing each note very clearly. And also, when we descend, sometimes it's helpful to think almost as if you were singing up to help it stay in tune. So it counters the natural tendency to start to just almost like relax a little too much as we descend, right? And the voice can, it can just slip very easily. So if we think ascending while descending, it helps intonation, helps our tone to be accurate, our pitch to be accurate. And then also we can slow it down to help with the accuracy of each note. All right. Here we go. So what I find when I do that, for me, it's always so much easier for me to keep everything where it's supposed to be. No, the notes don't want to slip out as much when I'm not having to transition from one register to another. So when I find myself like in a place where I can sing pretty much in head voice all the time, it's so much easier because I don't have those registration changes. So you may also find that. And that's where that idea of bringing the breath more forward can also help, right? So all of these things, we can kind of put them together, and it just helps us to sing with more clarity and also to smooth out those transitions. All right, so let's get to our song. Ease on down the road. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Mr. Brian is going to give us our lyrics. Let's see. I'm going to bring our track in just so I remind myself of the key. Oh, where did it go? Huh. Oh, no. Okay, everybody, I almost lost you. Let's see. There we are. Okay. So this is in the key of G flat. All right. Now the words there, come on and ease on down the road. It's the melody is like really catchy. So it starts with the chorus. Come on and ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. All right, so we've done gospel in the last few weeks. So this song is going to draw on some of what we did with the gospel, right? It's not come on and ease on down. It's not that, right? It's much more, it comes from more of a speech place. There's more rhythmic percussiveness allowed in the voice because it's African American. It comes as like a little funk, a little bluesy, R&B-ish of the 70s. So it's Motown. It's totally Motown. All right, so come on and ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. This is next line. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. And that is your chorus. So when you sing ease on down, you don't have to sing the note exact, right? It doesn't have to be ease. It's not that. It's ease on down. Feel free to bend and flex that note however you like. All right, let's try that chorus again. 1, 2, come on and ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. So let's go through. Don't you carry nothing that, I want to start there, all right, just because that's the part that's a little different. So 1, 2, 3. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. And so that whole section, that chorus repeats. So you have that twice. And then we get to the verse, and it starts with pick your left foot up. Staying still in that same small range, that same melodic range. You won't find yourself having to go, like, it's not like we did last week. We did, was it You'll Never Walk Alone, right? Very expansive melody, right? It had big leaps. That's not what this is. This is like small, and it's just all about the rhythm and feeling it. So the first verse is, pick your left foot up when your right foot's down. Let's sing that together. 1, 2, 3. Pick your left foot up when your right foot's down. Next line. Come on, legs, keep moving. Don't you lose no ground. So repetitive, right? So let's put those 4 lines together. 1, 2, 3. Pick your left foot up when your right foot's down. Come on, legs, keep moving. Don't you lose no ground. Next, you just keep on moving, or keep on. You just keep on keeping on the road you choose. So I'm dropping a word because I wanted to give a break, but you can sing this how, like, you can say, on the road. Oh, no, now I have to go back. Let's see. Don't you lose it, just keep on keeping on the road that you choose. You can do it that way. On the road that you choose. But remember, this is not, again, we're not super articulate with all of the words, right? The road that you choose, right? Because it's got this percussive feel. Or you can drop like I did. On the road you choose, don't you give up walking, 'cause you gave up shoes. No, ease on down the road. So let's go back to, you just keep on keeping on the road that you choose. Oh, I did something wrong. Let's do this last part. So the don't you give up walking. So we go. On the road that you choose, don't you give up walking, 'cause you gave up shoes. And that's what gets us back into ease on down the road. So let's go back to, don't you, you just keep on keeping. So 1, 2, 3. You just keep on keeping on the road that you choose. Don't you give up walking, 'cause you gave up shoes. No, ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. And when we say that last, ease on down the road, right? Feel free to bend that as well. And you can play around with the timing of, come on and ease on down the road. So play with it. Allow yourself to have some flexibility, some freedom with your rhythm there. All right, we're going to go back to the verse so we can just shore up the verse, and then we'll run the whole thing. I think we're ready to do it with the music after we do that one time. Okay, so we're going back to the verse. Pick your left foot up. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay, we're good. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Pick your left foot up when your right foot's down. Come on, legs, keep moving. Don't you lose no ground. You just keep on keeping on the road that you choose. Don't you give up walking 'cause you gave up shoes. No, ease on down the road. Ease on down the road. Ease on to carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. And that is the song. So let's see if we can sing that to the music, and then we'll start to do our dance routine. All right. From the top. Woo, this is faster. I'll bring it in. Here we go. Come on and ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. Come on, ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. Pick your left foot up when your right foot's down. Come on, let's keep moving. Don't you lose no ground. You just keep on keeping on the road that you choose. Don't you give up walking 'cause you gave up shoes. Come, ease on down the road. Come on now, ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. Oh, there's another verse. Let's see. You know what? But we'll just repeat our verse so we don't have to worry about more words. I didn't remember that other verse. Okay. So tell me, that's really, really fast. How do you feel? Like, do you feel like, oh my goodness, I can't get my words in, blah, 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 blah. Or do you like it? Is it good? Oh, yes. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just work on some steps. All right. Bye, Susan. Thank you for being here. Oh, awesome. Okay. I didn't realize I'm not plugged in. 1 second. I do not want my computer to run out of battery while we're in class. Okay. So I'm putting the music back on. All right, let's get our stepping going. I have an idea. You just keep moving. I'm gonna see what I can do here so I can see more of me. Okay, I think this will be helpful. Alright. So, remember our skips? Let's start with our skips. Skip in place, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 2, 3, 5, 6. Down in a circle. Other way. Get ready for our scissors. breath under us so we can sing. All right, hands on top of your head. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And slowly bringing our arms back to our sides. That was so much fun. All right. So remember, have fun. So one of the things I said in my email to us was, when we come here, this is a place where we can like let all of that self-judgment and judgment of others, like just leave it, you know, outside of the Zoom room. And it's a time to just have fun, enjoy the camaraderie of, even though we can't hear each other, we can see each other, enjoy the camaraderie of people in this safe space. And, you know, this is just a little like transparency on my side. I've really been dealing with body image because I work out. I work out rather consistently, and in spite of that, I have my times of inconsistency, and then, you know, being stuck in the house all the time and eating things that aren't always so good for me, and you know, it happens to us all. And so I'm just so glad that I have this space with you all, because it does encourage me when I'm really feeling like, oh gosh, you know, is it ever gonna get better? I can think about our time together, and I look forward to coming together and just even practicing things to get ready for class. This helps me stay in the game, right? We have to stay in the game. That's the thing. Like we're gonna have our inconsistencies. But if we just stay in the game, we will get to the end, right? It's okay to be the tortoise. All right, so fellow tortoises, and I bet we have some bunny rabbits in here too, and we love you too. All right, let's get back to our song. So we're starting at the top. Let's see. Yeah, starting at the top. And I think you'll be able to see the words easily. So we're gonna start singing, and then at that break, there's that musical break. We're gonna boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. And then when we come back in, we're gonna see how much we can sing and dance the chorus, because we're gonna try to run that chorus. Let's do that. Let's run the chorus and do the dancing and singing when the chorus repeats, like ad nauseum at the end, okay? So we'll say that so we can actually sing, and then we'll do that, singing and dancing. Thank you all for your kind messages in the chat. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Here's our fun song here. Kind of hard to hear this and not move around. One more. Here we go. Come on and he's on town the road. Come on and he's on town the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, he's on town the road. Come on and he's on town the road. Come on and he's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, he's on down the road. Cause them has to move my life was down. Come on, let's keep moving. Don't you lose no ground. You just keep on keeping on the road that you choose. Don't you give up walking, cause you got no shoes. Come on, he's on down the road. Come on, he's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, he's on down the road. Foot up when your right foot's down. Come on, let's keep moving. Don't you lose no ground. Keep on keeping on the road that you choose. Don't you give up walking, cause you got no shoes. Come on, he's on down down the road. He's on down the road. Don't take care of nothing that might be your life. He's on down the road. Here we go. Put your boogie on. Put your boogie on. Woo-hoo. Keep on moving. When you're ready, I'm going to start the steps here. All right, let's sing. He's on down the road. He's on down the road. So don't you carry nothing that be alone. Oh, he's on down. You just sing, he's on down. He's on down. Scissor Kicks. He's on down the road. He's on down. He's on down. Yeah. Hooray. He's on down the road. Ball shake. Hooray. Ball shake. Woo. Ball shake. Scissor kick. Be the scarecrow. Woo. Oh, you all look amazing. This is so much fun. Okay. Whew. Okay. So we're going to get our breath back. And we're going to do it again. We are burning some calories, y'all. We are burning some calories. Woohoo! And you know what else we're burning? We're burning some blues, baby. You can't have the blues when you dance like this and sing like this and hear such music. All right. Rewinding the track. Now, if you need to take a break, get some water, please feel free to do so. Jump back in whenever you're ready. All right. And I think, let's see, there's the window. And rewinding. So when we get to the end there, or what I was saying, because I didn't realize it continues, not the whole course, but it continues just, he's on down the road. And feel free to drop out sometimes, come back in. You can ad-lib, right? So let's just real quickly practice some ad-lib before we do the whole thing again. I said, come on, he's on down the road, and dance with me. Woo! So part of your improv can be just, woo! Hey! Yeah! Gonna ease on down the road. Gonna ease on down the road. Hey! We're gonna ease on down the road. Right? So you can tell you can rap. Who's a rapper in here? Maybe you haven't discovered your rapping talent. All right, here we go. Back to the beginning. Two more of these. Brian, can you paste the lyrics again? Thank you. Here we go. Come on, he's on down the road. Come on, he's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, he's on down the road. Come on, he's on down the road. He's on down the road. That might be alone. Come on, he's on down the road. You can right foot up when your left foot's down. Come on, let's keep moving. Don't you lose no ground. You just keep on keeping on the road that you choose. Don't you give up walking, cause you got no shoes. Come on, he's on down the road. He's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, he's on down the road. Pick your left foot up when your right foot's down. Come on, let's keep moving, don't you lose no ground. You just keep on keeping on the road that you choose. Don't you give up walking, cause you got no shoes. Come on. The road. Ease on down the road. That might be a load. Come on, ease on down, Scissor Kicks. I'm the scarecrow. Out of a red ball chain. Out of a red ball chain. Ball chain. Skip. Here we go. Swing your hair. Crescent. Here we go. Ha. Ah. That was so great. Whew. All right. Let's catch our breath again. And before we go, we will sing it again. But before we go, I want to open up the floor. If you have any questions, I'm interested in, as you're singing and dancing, what does your voice feel like? Do you notice anything about the clarity of the voice? What happens with your breath? How are you working through trying to both dance and sing? So you can feel free to unmute and share, or share in the chat room. I will patiently wait. And while, I didn't welcome Donita and Lauren. Thank you for being here. I'm thinking that's the Lauren that we were texting, so if that's you, hey, I'm so glad to see you today. As you're thinking about what happens with you, okay, good. Val says, what does it mean when your throat tightens up while singing? Okay, great question. Because of the speed of the song, not too much time to think about delivery, that's right. Which might be a good thing. Vicky, I totally agree with you. Dancing increases improv. Woohoo, that's good stuff. So let's back up to Val's question. What does it mean when your throat tightens up? So generally, if we feel a sensation of tightness, tension, fatigue, that means we've introduced tension in some kind of way, right? And generally, it's some kind of muscular tension, and we can do that at so many different levels. It can be that the tongue tightens, and then the rest of the muscles are adjusting for what is happening with the tongue. Like the tongue can get stuck, especially can draw back. So everybody just go like this, like, like where you really bring your tongue back and down and depress the larynx, and you make that sound. So that's extreme tongue tension, right? We don't usually have that much. But if you are singing and you're in front of a mirror and you find yourself like, and your tongue keeps wanting to retract, that is an indication that you could have some tongue tension. So one thing that you can do is either get a popsicle stick, or just get like a little, maybe a handkerchief, and just hold your tongue out and practice singing vowels. It's an ugly sound, but it's a good way to practice keeping that tongue less engaged in that like tension, right? It's a way to train your tongue to almost, let's see, what can I say? Almost like isolate your tongue movement from all the other stuff, right? So we want the tongue to rest at the floor other than making the shapes for the vowels. We don't want it pulling back. You know, if we do it, we're doing it on purpose and not because there's tension. Also, there are so many muscles that can get involved around the larynx. So we can find ourselves holding the larynx in place. Like the larynx wants to be like an elevator, wants to move. So you see, let's see if you can see this on me. I'm going to swallow. You see it lowered. It went up and then it lowered. So that's my larynx moving. And as I sing, I can go, oh. So when I'm singing down there, it's a little lower. Oh. So as I go higher, it does slide up, but it shouldn't have like sudden shifts. Like we don't want it jerking around like that. So I'm saying a lot, but generally, Val, when you feel that tightness, if something hurts, it's an indication to pause and reset because you probably have introduced some kind of tension in somewhere. And then I would do this. I would either you can take a straw and just blow through the straw as a way to help relieve pressure from underneath the vocal cords. And we can do it. We can even do it with our lips, like. So if we build up subglottal pressure, this is a great way to relieve it. And that sighing action is another way to help reset. So whatever tension was introduced, it's an opportunity to reset and free your larynx. So what I'll do is I'll search for something that's like really accessible that talks about throat tension and different ways we can relieve that. And even maybe point you to a few videos that are really tried and true, that are scientifically sound. So that, and I'll send that to you all by email. All right, great. So thank you, Vicki. All right, so let's get back to our song before we go. All right, so we're just gonna ease on out of the Zoom meeting with our song. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Where's the window? Where's the window? Right here. Okay. From the top. That's the last one. Here we go. Come on, he's on down the road. Come on, he's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might bring alone. Come on, he's on down the road. Come on, he's on down the road. Get with me. He's on down the road. Keep it light. Carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, he's on down the road. Pick your left foot up when your right foot's down. Come on, let's keep moving until lose the ground. You just keep on keeping on the road that you choose. Don't just give up walking 'cause you got no shoes. He's on down the road. He's on down the road. Don't just carry nothing that might bring alone. Come on, he's on down the road. Let's keep moving, don't you lose no ground. On the road that you choose, don't you give up walking 'cause you got no shoes. Come on, he's on down the road. He's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. He's on down the road. Here we go. Dance. Woo! When your right foot's down, come on. Everybody, to the left. Bring a friend. Bring a relative. Keep moving. Keep singing. Keep easing on down. I love you all.